Hi viewers, welcome to the Grammar Channel. Today we are listening to the poem The Voice of the Rain. The Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman. And who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which, strange to tell, gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable out of the land and the bottomless sea. Upward to heaven, whence, vaguely formed, altogether changed and yet the same. I descend to lave the draughts, atomies, dust layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn. And forever, by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issuing from its birthplace after fulfillment, wandering, wrecked or unwrecked, duly with love returns. The poem Voice of the Rain, written by Walt Whitman. Walt Whitman was born on 31st May 1819 in the USA. His notable writings were O Captain, My Captain, Leaves of Grass, Song of Myself, and others. He was awarded with Golden Kite Award for picture book illustration, and Walt Whitman died on 26th March 1892 in New Jersey, USA. Let's move on to the introduction of the poem, The Voice of the Rain. The poem Voice of the Rain by Whitman signifies the eternal role that the rain plays in nurturing, quenching, purifying the various elements of earth. The rain returns the favor to its place of origin from where it rises, unseen from the depths of the water and from the land. The rain itself is explaining to the reader about its origin, work, and its cyclical movement. A comparison has also been drawn between rain and music, as both of them make the world more lively and return to their place of origin after fulfilling their purpose. The rain describes herself in the poem, The Voice of the Rain, as the poem of the earth, which gives happiness to everything and quenches the thirst and relishes the drought prone areas. In the poem Voice of the Rain, the author, the poet, gives his opinion regarding the poetry he writes for the people. In order to do that, he describes his imaginary talk with the rain. For him, rain is also poetry, but of the earth, whereas he himself is the poet of the people. In the imaginary conversation, the rain tells him how she changes from liquid to gas and back to liquid. Her basic qualities remain the same, but the process gives the earth and her inhabitants life. Thus, her vaporizing into the atmosphere and falling back is vital for the earth. The poet says that, like the rain, his poetry is also vital for humanity. After writing, the poetry goes to different people, makes them happy or angry. They either like it or criticize it. However, all these things, when returned to the poet, they make him perfect. Viewers, we'll move on to the summary of the poem, The Voice of the Rain. Walt Whitman's poem, The Voice of the Rain, is a lovely poem in which the speaker describes the nature of rain, poetry, and how they are connected through experience. In the first lines of the poem, the speaker describes asking the rain who it is and what its basic nature is. The rain's words come next. They state that the rain moves cyclically through the world. It comes out of the sea, the land, and rises upward to heaven. There it is transformed, but in the end it remains the same. In the next few lines of the poem, The Voice of the Rain, the speaker describes its massive impact on the earth. It has the ability to change the world. The rain washes around the droughts and enriches the dust layers of the globe. It is necessary for the continuance of life on earth. If the rain did not fall, the seeds would remain seeds, never to be born. These lines emphasize the crucial nature of rain. It plays an important role in replenishing the human soul and heart. The rain describes how, in a cycle, it is born and then gives back life to the place from which it was birthed. It beautifies the earth. It is in the last lines the speaker brings the poem back around the word and connects rain to poetry. The 11th and 12th lines state that the song or poem emanates from one place and then wanders until the day of its return. It returns lovingly, no matter if it was appreciated or heard. This finishes the cycle. Let's have the highlights of the poem. Similar to most of Whitman's poems, the voice of the rain does not follow any specific form, a rhyme scheme, or meter, or anything. It is just written in free verse. It is made up of one stanza with nine distinct lines, but some of the lines are so long that they bleed into the next. The first two lines contain the speaker's question to the rain, and who art thou? The rain's responses make up the remaining six lines. Whitman places the final line in parentheses in order to separate the speaker's words from the rain's. Let's have a quick recall of the poem Voice of the Rain. The poem, an imaginary dialogue between the poet and the rain. It is an imaginary dialogue between the poet and the rain. Poet asks the rain who it is. Surprisingly, rain answers and tells how it originates. It rises unseen from land and sea. It forms clouds in the sky. It returns to earth in the form of rains. It gives back life to the earth and makes it beautiful. This cycle goes on forever. Now let's have the conclusion of the Voice of the Rain poem. Through this poem, the writer wants to portray the life of rain and how it is like a song.